G'day, Steve here from Dude Hack, and today we are going to be focusing on the one little incy-bincy trick that you can incorporate today to dramatically increase your matches. What is it? Now, I almost hate to make a whole video dedicated to this because it's so obvious, but it is smiling. Even though it is obvious, there is definitely still a lot of people out there that need to hear this tip because every single day I see plenty of people still making this mistake. So in 2010, OkCupid ran a study to try to measure what sort of photos got the best match responses. The results came back and said that the best kinds of photos for their users, specifically men, was to make sure that you're looking away from the camera and not smiling. OkCupid swore by these photos, and what do you know, everybody started taking these stupid, pathetic, cringy photos where they're looking down at the ground or up at the sky and pouting and looking all serious. Let's look at some examples. Besides the fact that the research sample size was way too small, there was a lot of variables that came into place that showed that this study wasn't very accurate. Let alone those facts, the study was done in 2010, almost 10 years ago now. Now, it's very confusing because this information is out there, this advice, and it's something that you might have heard in the past yourself. But I'm literally telling you to do the exact opposite thing. So who should you believe? OkCupid or little old me? Don't worry, you don't have to listen just to me, because the good news is there was another study a lot more recently undertaken, and the even better news is it was focusing on Tinder users specifically, not other online dating. And I'm telling you right now, that study confirmed exactly what we're talking about here today. The top swiped profiles in this study, guess what, folks? They were all smiling.
I fucking knew it! So
why should we ignore the former advice and stick to the smiles? Well, first of all, this study proved that you are on average 14% more likely to get a match when you're smiling. On top of that, the research also showed that when someone was looking at the camera, they were 20% more likely to get a match. So the data doesn't lie. We know it definitely makes a difference to look at the camera and smile. But why? So it's theorized that making eye contact and smiling just creates a little bit more of a warm and inviting presence, and your match might feel a lot more at ease with you. If you are definitely one of those people that has the goal to meet up with your match, you can imagine coming across as more sincere and welcoming can only help you out. Also, looking someone dead in the eye, being able to see their iris, gives you some clues on whether or not you can trust them.
Can I trust you, Nate?
Now, I understand. I've heard all of the excuses under the sun. I take a shitty photo. I have crap teeth. I look way better when I'm looking down at the ground doing my weird model-esque pose thing. I have seen so many guys in the past that come to me, they're wondering why they're not getting matches. They've got photos of their six-pack abs, they're good-looking dudes, and the one and only and first thing we change is their photos. These guys who are looking maybe a little bit intimidating change around their photos with a big cheesy smile, and guess what happens? If you guess that their matches go up, you're a smart guy. I like that. Now, I remember the first time I heard this advice, it sort of didn't sink in, and I thought, you know what, this doesn't really apply to me. But deep down, to be perfectly honest with you, I think I was a little bit self-conscious to go ahead and just take photos of myself. So you've got shitty photos, you're feeling a little bit nervous to go and just take photos. What the hell do you do?
But what do I do?
Number one, even go get yourself a professional photographer. Now, I know that might be a little bit extreme to say go pay for someone to take your photo, but think of it as an investment. Only if you have that money to spare, taking those professional photos where you look like the best version of you, because that photographer will know the best lighting and whatnot for your skin tones, that's an asset. You can use those photos to apply for jobs, for all other social media, whatever it is, you've got them there now. Alternatively, and I'll tell you this one in a story, I had one client that came to me and he was the coolest, nicest, funniest guy ever, but you definitely wouldn't have known that from looking at his photos because he was pulling these stern, serious, almost quite scary faces. The first thing I did was search through all of his photos to hopefully find one where he is smiling. But I kid you not, this bloke didn't even have one photo of him cracking even the slightest smile. So what did I do? I sat him down in front of me, made sure the lighting was all right. I got my iPhone out and I made this guy laugh. I can't remember what I said, but I just made him have a genuine, authentic smile and laugh. I made him laugh and I went ch-ch-ch. Photo after photo after photo. By the end of that, we had about 10 possible photos we could use of him having a genuine, big, welcoming smile. Again, you can imagine this guy's match numbers through the roof. After this video, I don't expect you to go change every single one of your photos, go have a professional photo shoot and take this extremely seriously. Maybe just right now, have a look at your photos, have a look at what you've got there. Try to get at least one smiling photo where you're looking directly at the camera. Try to get it near the front of your Tinder photos and just see the results in front of your eyes. So to wrap it up today, folks, say cheese. Get that big grin out in front of that camera, make sure you're smiling and you will see the difference in your match numbers. I know the subject of today's video has been quite obvious, but I really hope you've learned the reasons behind why we should smile and how to go about doing it. I have been really enjoying bringing you these videos. As I said, I'm not the best photographer, so I'm still figuring this stuff out. So if anybody has any suggestions whatsoever on how I can make my videos better or any questions you'd like me to answer, pop them down in the comments. Don't hesitate. I'm going to be getting back to every single one that I can. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.